Hello friends, before going to the main part, let us start with the biggest expose of 2022-23.
Let me say this in a very straight, in a straight shooting manner. In an ideal world, politics should only happen in the last 6 months, in an ideal world. Unfortunately now, the party that runs government of India is in a 24/7 election mode, which we all know. एक दिन एक इलेक्शन हो जाता है, अगले दिन फिर दूसरे जगह रैली चालू हो जाती है. अब मजबूरन हमें भी वी हैव टू ऑल्सो स्टेप अप. द सेकेंड पॉइंट आई ट्राई टू मेक, प्रॉब्लम आज हिंदुस्तान में ये है कि लोग ज़्यादा मैजिक में विश्वास करने लगे हैं और कम लॉजिक में. तो हमें कभी ना कभी थोड़ा बाहर निकल के समझाना पड़ेगा कि देश की जो आज स्थिति है, जहां आज हमारी देश की महिलाएं हाईएस्ट सिलेंडर प्राइस दुनिया में, पूरे दुनिया में सबसे ज़्यादा सिलेंडर प्राइस पे करती हैं हमारी महिलाएं, बताना पड़ेगा उनको. हमारे युवा जिनको आज अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट नहीं मिलते, और एनएसएसओ की फिगर से, मेरे नहीं, हाईएस्ट अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट है, उसके बारे में भी चर्चा करना पड़ेगा, बताना पड़ेगा लोगों को. और हाईएस्ट इन्फ्लेशन है 30 ईयर्स में, उसके बारे में बात करना होगा. साथ ही साथ सबसे अहम बात, जो बात मोदी जी ने सीएम के नाते किया था कि एक इनएफिशिएंट, करप्ट, इनकॉम्पिटेंट सरकार दिल्ली में बैठी है, इसलिए आज डॉलर 60 रुपया हो गया. आज हम पूछना चाहते हैं, लोगों को बताना चाहते हैं, अगर एक इनएफिशिएंट, करप्ट और इनकॉम्पिटेंट गवर्नमेंट तब चला रही थी और इसीलिए 60 हो गया, आज 83 हो गया, पता नहीं 100 भी, जरूर सेंचुरी तो मारेंगे मोदी जी, पक्का है, मुझे तो यकीन है. तो फिर कौन इनकॉम्पिटेंट है, कौन इनएफिशिएंट है, कौन करप्ट है, इस बारे में भी तो चर्चा होना चाहिए. आज हिंदुस्तान में क्या हो रहा है कि इस बात के बारे में कोई चर्चा नहीं करना चाहता. हाउ इनएफिशिएंट दिस प्राइम मिनिस्टर इज, हाउ इनइफेक्टिव ही हैज बीन, हाउ इनकॉम्पिटेंट ही इज, इस बात पे कोई चर्चा नहीं करता है. और सबसे अहम बात यह है नाविका, मोदी जी से पहले 14 प्रधानमंत्री थे. 14 प्रधानमंत्री ने मिलकर 56 लाख करोड़ का डेट रेज किया था हिंदुस्तान का. एक मोदी जी ने सिंगल हैंडेडली 8 साल में 100 लाख करोड़ का डेट उन्होंने एडिशनली ऐड किया. उस वजह से क्या हुआ, आज हर एक हिंदुस्तान में हर एक बच्चे पे 1,25,000 रुपया का डेट आ गया. इस बारे में कोई बोलता नहीं है. तो जरूर ये सब बताने के लिए कभी का एक बार ऑपोजिशन को भी आवाज उठाना पड़ेगा. अब मीडिया सुनाएगी ना सुनाएगी, उनकी अपनी पॉलिसी है, बट वी हैव टू एटलीस्ट अपील टू द पीपल एंड दैट्स आवर राइट.
Of course, it's your right, but facts.
And I hope you show all this.
No editing happening here. But the fact is, when you talk about unemployment, yes, there is unemployment and it is an issue for the country. But look at the opposition ruled states. Unemployment.
I'm not here to speak on behalf of the opposition. I'm only here to speak on behalf of Telangana, where we have performed and outperformed the rest of the country.
Then when you're talking about cylinder prices, there is an Ujjwala Yojana which takes care of gas cylinders.
I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but the point is, the Ujjwala Yojana has been a disaster. It helped Modi ji win one election. Today, the same ladies who have taken the cylinder from Modi ji, in fact, you can go back and look in YouTube. The same lady who got a cylinder in Uttar Pradesh from Modi ji is now अपना cooking तो कर रही हो, अपना क्या बोलते हैं उसको, लकड़ी के जरिए they're doing it that way. So the point is,
inflation.
Madam,
UPA government saw double-digit inflation. Today, the WPI is at about 5.7 odd.
Whatever jugglery anybody does, the fact is the highest inflation in the last 30 years is under Prime Minister Modi. Highest unemployment in the last 45 years is under Prime Minister Modi. Highest cylinder price in the world is India. Highest devaluation of currency is the worst performing currency in Asia. Asia is rupee. And who's responsible for this? Either Narendra Modi ji or Nirmala Sitharaman ji. Whoever wants to take the blame, let them take it.
Many of you might have seen photos and videos wherein the leaders of various countries are greeting PM Modi. These photos and videos are portrayed in such a way that India is the Vishwaguru today, and this status has been acknowledged by the world. But the reality is very far from this. Today, I have with me not one, not two, not three, but 10 globally recognized indices and reports which say that India is Vishwaguru today from the behind and not from the front. India is ranked very low in most of these indices and all-time low in its own history. Wasting no more time, let me directly get into these reports. Today in this video, I will not go deep into these reports. I will just very briefly keep in front of you what these reports are and where India stands and what these rankings suggest. Before we move ahead, please subscribe to the Upfront and press the bell icon to get notification of all our updates. I'm Nihal Mohammed and you're watching the Upfront. The first report that we look at today is the Global Gender Gap Report 2022. In order to achieve success, it is necessary that a balance between both the genders are maintained. In a country like India, where women are considered divine, there should have been gender equality. But that is not the case today. The increasing extremist views of the right wing backed by the Brahminical Manuwad doesn't even consider women as equals. It pushes women to a very low social status. With the regrowing influence of Manuwad on the Indian society, gender parity looks like a myth, and it is because of this reason that India is ranked 135th out of 146 countries in the world. For the nation to develop, it is very important that these stats change soon. Hunger is one parameter that is the same worldwide. Everyone needs food to live. Hunger has a close relationship with the economic conditions like per capita income, GDP, employment status, etc. In India, all these stats are at an all-time low now. Right to food is one of the most basic fundamental rights of man, but the sad part is that this right is not available to many. India ranks 107th in the Global Hunger Index 2022 out of the 121 countries. India has by far the largest number of poor people worldwide at 22.8 crore as per the Global Poverty Index. Free press is the sign of a healthy democracy. In our past videos, we have discussed in detail with regards to the threat that the media in India faces today. I will give the link below in description. Media persons are put behind the bars, shot dead, trolled and harassed in the social media. The condition of women journalists is worse. The BJP-led government at the center doesn't like its criticism and is adamant on silencing its critics. India is currently ranked 150th out of 180 countries in the Press Freedom Index. Out of 146 countries, India is ranked 136th in the World Happiness Report 2022. People are happy when they have freedom. In India today, freedom of speech and expression has become a very expensive commodity. You need to think 1,000 times before speaking. Not only that, inflation rate is at an all-time high. Hunger is reaching new heights, and all this is a result of bad governance. The performance of India is very bad in the report because the Pakistanis are happier than Indians as per this report. Among South Asian nations, only Afghanistan fared worse than India in the World Happiness Index. Environmental Performance Index 2022. According to many, the biggest problem that the world faces today is environmental degradation. If we continue to exploit the world at the pace at which we do today, we probably would not have our own home planet in near future. The natural calamities that we see today are the result of our negligence. India is ranked lowest among 180 countries after Vietnam, Bangladesh and Pakistan. This report is undoubtedly a shame for a nation like India, which should be committed to saving the planet more than any other country. This comes as a no-shocker after looking at the Press Freedom and Happiness Index. When we look at these different reports, we find that the countries with the best democracy are the happiest, and the best democracies are those countries where the media is free. Considering that India is for now in a situation put into words as an undeclared emergency by many, 93rd rank out of 179 countries for the world's largest democracy is a no-shocker. These indices and reports are further supported by smaller indices and reports such as the Human Development Index, where India is in the 132nd rank out of 191 countries. The Henley Passport Index, wherein India is ranked 87th out of 199 countries. The Global Livability Index, wherein India is ranked 112th out of 172 countries. And the Commitment to Reducing Inequality Index, wherein India is ranked 123rd out of 161 countries. Some of you might say that this is a global attempt to tarnish the image of India. But when we look back at our own backyard, we might realize that this is not the case. Take a look at the number of attacks on journalists happening in our country. Take a look at the number of rapes and domestic violence cases coming up. Take a look at the questions being raised on free bodies such as the Election Commission of this country. Take a look at the number of suicides being committed in the country. Take a look at the increasing hate in the country. Take a 1 or 2 minute break and ponder upon these aspects and then ask your brain whether these reports are true or not. Not only this, a Reuters poll says that the government will borrow rupees 16 lakh crores in the financial year 2024, up from an estimated rupees 14.2 lakh crores in financial year 2022-23. Another aspect is that we boast that our PM is a global figure because he won a few international awards here and there. But what happens to us when such global indices and reports are published? It is high time that we understand that we are moving in the same path as that of Sri Lanka and Pakistan. If we do not stop now, our fate will be the same. It is high time that we stop spreading hate and create a pluralistic society which is committed towards development of this country. That's it for today. If you like the content we provide, please subscribe to the Upfront and press the bell icon to get notification of all our updates. Please share our videos and educate others. Thank you.